Good morning, sir. Do we have yes, sir.
Yes. So, ma'am, I've got both the me, Colonel and Shivam from Directorate.
Sir, your voice is breaking off.
Okay. Am I audible, ma'am? Is it better
Yes,
now?
sir. Yes, it is better. It is better, sir.
So both the court officers are with me, ma'am, here. So first we'll start with the proposal that is camouflage, concealment, and deception against SAR imagery, and thereafter we'll take the other four challenges.
Right, sir. So, sir, let me share my screen and I'll open the problem statement.
Right, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, here is the problem statement. It is problem statement number 15 of disk camouflage, concealment, and deception against SAR imagery. Sir, you can take over and brief the innovators about the challenge.
Right. Over to Kalan Sharma.
Uh, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Colonel Sandeep Sharma. I'm from the Combat Engineers Directorate from the ENC's branch. Now, the problem that we are facing is with respect to uh, technology available to defeat SAR imagery, which is available with the enemy on their aerial platforms, be it UAVs or be it aircrafts. As of date, when it comes to camouflage and concealment of military tactical equipment, basically fighting vehicles, as well as in certain installations. We have a very limited scope to protect these equipment in the sense we have something called multispectral camouflage nets. Now, these multispectral camouflage nets, when we cover our equipment using MSCN, they are able to provide cover against IR, TIR, and electro-optical devices. But we don't have any technology available by which we can prevent this equipment from being observed by SAR, synthetic aperture radars, which the enemy has. So what exactly we're looking from the participants is in case they can come out with a viable solution to defeat SAR imagery frequencies available with the enemy surveillance devices so that our equipment becomes invisible or near invisible when any kind of a surveillance is carried out of our military tactical. Uh, as of now, we don't have any of this technology. So this uh, any uh, with any with this technology. So may I request the participants is queries on this issue or any questions from participants?
Startups who have any questions related to this challenge can ask the nodal officer.
Yeah, hi, this is Veerababu. This is completely edge-based system, right? We need to develop.
Can you repeat yourself?
Yeah, we need to develop in purely in edge AI, right?
It's going to be a pure mistake. We are looking at something which we can coat on top of our equipment. It can be a paint. It can be additive. We can maybe subsequently add on to some textile, and the text can be incorporated in future versions of multispectral camouflage. Ideally, something which we can paint on top of our equipment, which makes our equipment visible to some.
Sakshi ma'am, we are audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible. However, sometimes the voice is breaking off.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
completely. Voice is breaking. We are unable to understand. Yeah.
No, I'll speak again.
Yes, sir,
Absolutely
please.
breakthrough technology that we're looking at. It's going to be a breakthrough technology, a new technology that is to be developed. Uh, to our knowledge, there are people for which are working on this. We don't have any tie with them. We want this technology to be developed because of the security aspect involved in developing a protection against SAR. So I hope I'm clear on this. It is a new technology which has to be developed.
Right, sir. I hope this was the reply for the query or from the innovator.
Exactly, ma'am. Exactly.
Yes, innovators, do you have any more questions?
Ma'am,
Yes, please.
ma'am, what will be the like time span for the submission of POC? Like if we are going to do this.
We can take these questions afterwards. For now, I request the technical questions that can be asked, and
Okay,
usually the time frame or the gestation period for the IDEX project are 12 to 18 months, usually depending upon the type of project and type of needs and requirements from the nodal agency.
sure.
If you do not, yeah,
ఇక్కడ మ్యూటెడ్ ఉంది.
if we do not have any more questions, can we move to the next challenge? Sir, we can move to the next challenge. Nitin sir, can you tell me which challenge you want to take next?
Uh, we'll start in the sequence. That is just
హలో వినిపిస్తుందా?
I request innovators to please be on
we'll
mute.
start.
Can we take Aditi 4, sir?
Yes, ma'am. We can start with the autonomous load carry trucks and then swarm technology, ALS 2.5 ton vehicle mounted, and then automatic snow chain system. So these are the four.
Right, sir. Yes, sir. So next challenge that we will be discussing will be Aditi 4 autonomous load carrier trucks for Indian Army operations. Nodal officer, sir, you can brief about the challenge to the innovators.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Good morning to all. This is Major Shivam from Directorate General of Supplies and Transport. Our problem statement is regarding autonomous load carrier trucks for Indian Army operations. So basically, what we're looking at is that our logistic convoys, they when they are on duty, they face high risks from which are terrain related, which are weather related, and the threat from the enemy as well. And the dependence of these convoys is primarily on the human drivers. So we are looking an autonomous load carrier system which has capability akin to our existing vehicle fleet, and so that the survivability of these logistic convoys can be enhanced or it can be increased. So the fleet should be autonomous. However, it should be feasible for us to switch onto manual driving mode as well whenever it is required, and it should be functional in the GPS denied environment. It should be compatible with the Navic INS global navigation system, so that there's redundancy in the navigation system. If one doesn't work, it should be compatible with the other one as well. And load capacity, yes, it decreases with the gain in altitude. However, the decrease should be commensurate with the existing fleet. For example, we have the existing ALS vehicles and 2.5 ton Tata vehicles. So whatever load capacity they have in the high altitude in respective terrain, that should be replicated by the autonomous vehicles. So this is broadly what we're looking at. The ECCM, yes, the electronic countermeasures that should be incorporated in the prototypes. And this is all that I have from my side. Any questions? Please, I'll be able to answer.
Good morning, sir. I'm Hari Mohan. I'm from Swayat. And like just one more question would be like you mentioned the terrain, right? So can you specify like what sort of terrain the truck has to deal with? So like is it might be a snowy one also, or it might be the regular terrains that we have in hilly areas?
The terrain would be, it includes all terrains. It can be desert terrain also. It can be plain terrain such as Punjab or the plains of lower plains of Jammu, and it can be high altitude. For example, we see in Kashmir or in Uttarakhand, Himachal, Northeast. It can be snowy also. It can be super high altitude also. For example, what we see in high ridges of Ladakh region or Arunachal Pradesh. So it includes all kind of terrains.
And
Hi.
like one more thing, just like what should be, the operating temperature range would be like, it would be sub-zero temperatures, or it would be regular temperatures again for the system to operate in the truck?
See, temperature goes with the terrain itself. We cannot separate it from the terrain. If we are talking glaciated terrain, the terrain will definitely go -20, -30 as well. When we're talking about desert terrain, if we are operating in Jaisalmer or Badmer, the temperature will go even above at times 50 degrees Celsius also.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other
Uh,
questions?
yeah, I have one question. So this is new space research. I wanted to ask if you are looking at conversion of existing Titan or the ALS vehicles, or you're looking at a ground up, a new vehicle development. If you can clarify the same.
So in problem statements, we have not specifically mentioned that we are looking at the conversion. We are looking at the solution. If the solution comes out best after converting the existing fleet, then yes, we are good for it. And if the new vehicle has to be developed, the condition should be met. The problem definition statement says that these are the conditions. It should be fully autonomous. It should be compatible with these navigation system. If we are able to convert the existing fleet and make it compatible with everything that we've asked for, then we're okay with that also.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Major Shivam. Just one more thing. Are these vehicles expected to be operated alongside civil vehicles? So, if that's the case, then would you have to take it around with other kinds of certifications like ARI, AI, as deemed fit?
So these vehicles, civil vehicles, if I don't know the exact context, I'm not able to understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. The vehicles will be plying on the normal state and national highways and the other road networks where civil traffic would be there.
Okay.
However, the convoys will be comprising only on the military vehicles.
Okay. Thanks. So, another thing is like Type B is a big fleet. So, are you aiming at any specific vehicle? And if that vehicle would be given to us for conversion, or how does it work?
So we are aiming basically mainly for the load carriers, which includes ALS and 2.5 tonner vehicles.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, and there's one more thing for consumption of all. There is a concept of follow me concept. So if that can be incorporated in that, that is a desirable feature. And wherein if a convoy of 20 vehicles is there, I just add in 2 or 3 human driven vehicles and other vehicles just follow them. So that is one feature which is desirable in this concept.
Okay. So in case it's a conversion approach, then will the vehicle be provided by Army, both the variants that you mentioned, ALS as well as the 2.5 ton?
A few for the development of prototyping, yes, this can be discussed. As of now, I won't be able to comment on this, but yes, this can be discussed. I'll note it down. I'll have a discussion with my in directorate, and then I'll be able to comment on this. But yes, I have noted this query. We will
Just
be
one
able
last, yeah, just one last question. So, in case it's a conversion of your existing vehicle, you will tie up us with the OEM because we'll be fiddling with the system. So, in case of it is under warranty or support from OEM gets nullified because of the modifications. So, how is that planned and expected to work out, to be worked out?
Okay, I'll note it down. I'll get back to you on both these queries, the provision of vehicles and the coordination with OEM.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Any other
This
queries?
is Saurabh. I had a question Related to the route, I think I was just listening to other questions. So, is it expected that the vehicle will start, let's just say, in a city kind of a situation where the convoys could be all military vehicles, and it will continue on a city path, and the end path could also be like the front line where it goes all the way to a through a rough terrain and reaches to the end point, and where you might have like multi lanes in the city and going eventually to like no lanes and like single lane kind of a situation where vehicle is coming. So all of that is expected in the single route.
So what will happen is, yes, the change of terrain and the environment will be there. However, the contrast will not be that intense. What you have mentioned, it won't be switching from, because see, the switching from multi-lane highways to front line will take around hundreds or maybe thousands of kilometers. For one day, it will not be there. But yes, during the entire journey of, let's say, 5 6 days, this will be possible and this will be executed, and it will happen. However, it will be in a gradual manner, not in a span
Yeah,
of 24
that
hours.
is,
But
but
yes,
from
there
a
will be change.
concept point of view, it needs to expect that there could be lanes and there could be no lanes. It could be like
Yes,
that.
yes, yes. It is bound to happen.
And just to follow up on that, would there be any kind of, let's just say, data sets or anything, because this is purely like from an autonomous point of view, anything that we can like maybe on the routes can be accessed where we can maybe record some of the data, the laser cameras and some of those, so that at least we can build maybe some kind of understanding of what we are going to deal with.
Yes, this is possible.
Okay, okay, thank you.
All right.
One question for these vehicles which are going to be autonomous or semi-autonomous, are you also envisioning a common control place where you can monitor all the vehicles, a
Yes,
common
definitely.
command center?
Yes, yes, definitely. We are looking for it, and this is expected to be part of this. Any other questions on this?
Do we have any more questions on this?
I think timeline was a
Okay, thank you,
question,
sir.
but that it's
Yes,
12 to 18 months and separately we can discuss. So yeah, thank you.
So we'll
okay,
move
thank
to the next problem
yes,
statement then.
yes, yes, sir. We'll move to the next problem statement. Thank you, sir.
Next is swarm drone. So
Yes, the next challenge that we have is from disk problem statement number 4, SWAMP technology based heavy payload logistic drones with the 200 kg load capacity. Nodal officer can take over, sir.
yes, so basically the problem statement says swarm drones with 200 kg load capacity. What we're looking for is the last mile delivery in plains and deserts per se, and it includes terrain and weather constraints only to the plains and desert environment. So the road connectivity is limited in these, especially in the desert terrain. So in that case, what you want is a 200 kg drone and swarm of such drones to take off from the almost altitude of, let's say in deserts, it will not be more than 500 or 600 feet AMSL, and then the altitude gain will not be much. However, what we're looking as is the distance, 30 kilometers range. The load is delivered and they fall back to the same place. So this is what is expected out of this problem statement.
So
Hello, sir. I have a
repeat.
question regarding the
Oh,
same.
Yes, please.
The 200 kg capacity is for each drone or using the multiple drones in the team?
It is for each drone.
Each drone, okay.
Yes.
And what is the minimum number of drones in a swarm?
So in this phase, first development phase, we are looking at the 10 birds
Okay,
to prove the concept with swarm of 10 drones. However, the scalability should be there. We are expecting to expand it further in case the prototype is successful.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, I'm Chirag Gupta from DG Propulsion. Is this 200 kg the all-up weight or the load which you're expecting to be carried by each bird?
Payload. It's a payload capacity.
Sorry?
This is payload.
Payload. It's
The
written there.
load, the load. Okay. Are you looking at any particular kind of propulsion system or are you open to jet-powered propulsion system also?
We're open to propulsion system, all of them. It is just that 200 kg payload should be met.
All right. Thank you.
Hi. Hi, good morning. This is Palanti from ProNuke UAV Research and Development Lab.
Yes,
Few
yes.
questions. First, does it has to cover the GPS denied situation, or it is fully GPS based?
No, it has to be functional in GPS denied environment. It has to be functional with the NAVIC INS, and GPS and global navigation system are preferable. They should be there, as I had mentioned in load carrier as well. So it is a desirable. It is a redundant function in case the NAVIC doesn't function. So I should have an option to switch on to GPS, but however, it should not be primarily dependent on GPS.
So NAVIC is considered as a GPS denied only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This 30 kilometers is the maximum distance, or it is going and coming back 30 kilometers?
30 kilometer to and fro. It should reach 30 kilometer and come back
So
to his place.
around 60 kilometers flight time, endurance expected.
Yeah, 60 kilometers of endurance is expected.
Is there any landing requirement at the destination, or it has to drop and come back?
So we are expecting, it is preferable that it should be able to deliver in all three modes. In sling mode, in through landing also, and through dropping also.
Okay. So you are expecting the demo should be with a minimum of 10 drones.
Yes.
What is the expected scaling up in the future?
I right now at this moment I cannot comment on this, but
Why?
as of now,
Because I'm asking, the algorithms will become complex, more complex as the number goes up, handling them. Okay, so if it is known early, at least we will be knowing, because it should not happen half the way. We develop the solution and finally we will not be able to reach the end goal.
the swarm will not, as per what we are expecting as of now, it will not go beyond 20 drones.
Okay. So what if some of the drones in between they fall sick? You expect them to come back home?
Yeah, fallback home option should be there.
Okay. And what is the maximum altitude you expect the flight altitude?
You're talking about the takeoff or AMSL or the AGL.
Yeah, AGL, anything is okay. AGL, you can tell AGL what is the maximum height they will be start going from 30 kilometer distance, the height, travel
So,
height.
they should not go beyond 500-meter AGL.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, they should stay within 500-meter AGL at any point of time.
Okay.
Yes.
So the
Hello.
demonstration will happen in the phase
Yeah.
2 or phase 2 period.
Demonstration in phase 2.
बैठे रहो वहाँ पे रुको लिंक भेज रहे हैं एक बार ज्वाइन कर लेना समझा फिर देख लेंगे कैसे जाके करना है ठीक है Mr. Krishnakant, so it will not be kind of a phase 1 or phase 2. The development would be in terms of milestones. So the complete system has to be developed in the particular time frame and as per the milestone. Further
Okay,
queries,
sir.
particularly which are in general in nature, can be taken in the general session. Right now, we can restrict to only the technical aspects.
Okay.
Hi, this is Pratik from Idea Forge. I had a couple of questions regarding the swarm capability. Are we expecting like multiple birds to be landing at the same place simultaneously, or is it one after the other is okay?
How much difference are we looking at one after the other?
few minutes.
So preferable is, let's say there are 10 birds. So preferable is that they land up in a batch of 5 and 5. Preferable is that because too much of what will the other 5 birds will be doing? They will be hovering in air, or they will be starting off from their origin in a time frame that they land once the earlier 5 birds have lifted off from
So
destination.
my question is it the expectation is that it is a drone convoy kind of thing, or are they flying together?
it, it is more like a drone convoy thing that they should lift up let's say 2 ton of load, and they deliver it in a particular time frame, but their time frame should not be stretched for let's say a time of 30 minutes or an hour or so. It should not be too much, it should not be stretched much beyond a certain limit. But there's no need of particular need of landing all 10 of them together. There's no such particular need. They can land one after the other also, or in a certain time frame.
During the path, do you expect any obstacles that we need to implement collision avoidance? Again, the swarm will be joining back again. Is there any such expectation, or it is a clear path from A to B?
So the obstacles can be dunes, the sand dunes in desert areas. There can be power lines in plains. Trees can be there. There can be buildings. So these are the general obstacles which we are expecting to encounter.
No, 500 meters altitude they'll be flying, right?
Yeah, but see, they will be navigating. At times, they'll have to fly slightly at a lower altitude as well. 500 meter is the limit. They cannot go beyond 500 meters. But at times, they will the path or the journey could be that they have to fly at a lower altitude as well. So these are the obstacles that we are envisaging. There can be other drones as well.
So any specific pattern is required, or it is at the designer's choice?
No pattern as such. There's no such pattern that we're looking at.
Hello, this is Praveen. I have a question. This is cooperative manipulation of a payload, or is it each drone carries its own payload but operates in a swarm?
Sorry, can you elaborate this query? I'm not able to understand.
Is it that the team of drones are lifting the same object, each cooperatively, or every drone lifts its own payload and takes it to the destination?
No, every drone will be lifting its own payload. It's not collaborative, or the 3 or 4 drones are lifting together one big payload. We're not looking at such.
Good evening, sir. I have a quick question. What communication protocol do you expect the swarm to use for interdrone and ground control communication?
Ma'am, can you specify like out of what options do we have, and can you suggest few of them? Then I'll be able to.
Maybe like the data links that you're using currently in the defense environment or Mavlink.
Ma'am, currently we don't have any such technology in hand with us. So I cannot comment that this is what we're using as of now and this is what we're looking at. This is something which we are developing, from scratch, afresh. And as of now, I don't have any such technology in hand.
So does that mean that currently the drones that are being used in the army, they have like once the drone is up in air, there's no ground control for it. Like the drone and anybody on the ground, nobody is like in touch.
So there is ground control station, but what my organization is doing, what my organization is using, we don't have any such logistics or heavy
I
logistics payload drone, which we have
All
in
right,
hand. Yeah.
understood. And another question, following up with that, that can we utilize any third-party navigation integrity modules that can be fixated into the drone stack, or everything that you want should be built from scratch by the applicant?
No, there is no such requirement that it should be built from scratch.
Okay, so we can integrate basically third-party
Yes,
navigation modules as well, right?
yes, ma'am.
Got that.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. I have a question regarding the volume of the payload that we can expect. What would be the max volume?
Sorry, please come again.
I'm asking about the size of the payload.
The size of the payload as of now, let's say if we're looking at 200 kgs. So in sling, when we are looking at sling, right now I've not jotted down any particular size of it. But yes, when what I can comment on as of now is that the payload will be awkward. At times, it may go beyond the the when we're looking at drop and landing. Sorry, just for the landing mode of delivery. So we
I think we're losing your voice.
Hello. Yeah, this is Palan.
So we are losing your voice.
Hello, can you hear me?
am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So what I was saying is that I have not specifically noted down all the maximum size of this. The awkward loads will be there. The size which I'll get back will note down certain samples of it, that these are the standard loads in Nami, and these are of this size. Then I'll be provide you slightly later, because and I don't have those dimensions with me.
Sure,
But
sir.
yeah, the awkward loads will be there, which are slightly larger in size, and voluminous loads which are not that heavy but very voluminous. In that case, that is why we are looking for a sling mode delivery.
Okay, sir. One more question, sir. Is there any preferred takeoff or landing method that you're looking for?
Your voice got cut in between.
Is there any preferred takeoff or landing method you have been
Takeoff or landing pattern?
Method, sir. Any preferred takeoff or landing method? Are you looking for?
Just as of now, we're looking. It should not be dependent on the runway.
Okay.
It should be runway independent. Rest everything is
Is it the
fine.
mic?
VTOL, very short takeoff, ultra short takeoff is also desirable, but runway should not be there. We are not looking for any runway dependent takeoff and landing.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Good
This
morning,
is
sir. This is
multi-core.
Pankaj from Panitos RoboWare. This is to know about is there any endurance limitation or the distance which we want to cover?
Endurance, 60 minutes, minimum 60 minutes of endurance we are looking at. However, the condition of distance stands that it should travel 30 kilometers to and fro. That is 60 kilometers.
Okay. And the second question would be, is there any geographic specific requirement?
I have mentioned the terrains, plains and deserts. So
Okay.
all terrains which are inclusive of deserts and plains, then
So
the geographic conditions.
this endurance or distance would be equal for all. It is for plane only.
No, this is for this. This should stand in all kind of desert and plain terrain.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, regarding the configuration, are you looking at a quad or X, or any specific requirement is there? Because quad is prone for a single point failure. So, are you expecting any fail-safe in that case?
No, we have not specified, or we have not put any constraint on the number of rotors. The conditions, the technical specifications which we have asked for, they should be met.
No, that's correct. If it is a quad, then any motor failure will be catastrophic. So, you said you are not going to put any restriction on that. It is up to the designer.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
And you
Hello, sir.
expect, one second, last question. You expect any mill qualified components to be used in this program, or it should be a okay normal standard what is available in the market?
Sorry, what qualified components?
Mill qualified, mill standard. Because if you look at a motor, if you have to buy a mill standard motor, it will be very, very, at least 10 times expensive.
That's fine. I think that would be preferable.
Hello, sir. You
Yes.
mentioned about 200 kg load. So each drone is supposed to lift 200 kg, or it is a total weight that.
Yes, it is each drone 200 kg.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
I think questions for these are done. We can move on to the next problem statement. Ma'am.
Yes, sir. I have one
Hello.
question, please. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, please.
All right. So I have a quick architecture level question. We're exploring a software first sensing approach that may reduce hardware requirements while improving detection reliability. Now, what I've understood is many of the challenge statements appear to assume that the mission objectives will be achieved, in conjunction with the existing or pre-deployed hardware systems. So, if someone proposes a fundamentally different technological approach, particularly one that shifts capability from hardware heavy solutions towards software driven architectures, would the agency be open to evaluating such proposals, even if they reduce reliance on some existing hardware components?
Yes, we can take a look of it, but just verbal information on this will not suffice. We'll have to look into the details and nitty-gritties of it. You can definitely put across the solution to us. Once we
Okay.
take a comprehensive look at it, then only we'll be able to comment on this.
Right. So my basic question is, sir, that are challenge solutions expected to integrate strictly with the existing hardware architectures, or is there an openness to proposals that achieve the same mission objective through a fundamentally different architecture, potentially shifting capability from hardware system towards software-defined sensing?
A new approach and new solution is always welcome. You can definitely put it across.
Understood, sir. Thank you.
Hello, I am Rajneesh. I have one question.
Yes, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I have one question. Is there any restriction? Is there any restriction on the size of the drone? Keeping in mind two aspects. One is the radar signature. Another is the logistics for carrying these drones.
The logistics is of prime importance because what we are looking at is it should, each drone should be able to pack itself, or it should be packable in a manner that it can be loaded into an ALS vehicle. So Army has a Ashok Leyland Stallion vehicle. So the drone should be able to be assembled in a manner, disassembled, and then should be packed in a manner that the entire assembly can be put into the ALS vehicle for transportation.
Okay.
That is the P1 requirement that we have.
Okay. And radar point of signature, the radar point of what is the expectation like?
Sorry, please come again.
From the radar signature point of view, is there any restriction that it should have less than certain value?
Yes, I think we have skipped that part in the problem definition statement, but yes, I'll note down, I'll give out the exact values of it. Yes, that is desirable. The radar signature should be beyond a certain threshold. I'll come back to you with the detail of it.
Yeah, we need to understand
Okay,
the packaging requirement also. Is it foldable kind of configuration, those details are required.
Yes, I have mentioned that the drone should be able to fold itself and pack in a manner that it can be loaded into one ALS vehicle for transportation.
Hello, sir. One more question. You mentioned that each drone should carry 200 kg and you want swarm of these drones. So,
Yes, sir.
and all this within, let's say, around 3 crores.
No, I think this is part of ADITI.
Okay, okay, sir. I missed that. Sorry. Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
But here also the cost is going to be very high, because if you say 10 drones, each of 500 kg all of weight, so is there any cost limit is there ceiling?
See, the cost aspects, I won't be able to comment. I think DIO will be able to take on this question on later on. But right now, only technical questions, clarification on technical aspects can be made.
This challenge was mentioned in this, not in Aditi, I think.
Yes, sir. That's why I also got confused.
Has it been for you? It doesn't.
Your voice is not audible, sir.
I think it has been mentioned under disk, or maybe there is some anomaly in this. We'll check back and we'll get back to you.
Please, sir, because doing a swarm at that budget is very tough. Please
Yeah,
confirm
definitely.
on that.
This should come and this should go in Aditi, because each drone, if you take even a 50 lakhs, it is a huge amount.
Yeah, we have noted down this.
Is there any other questions from any of the startups?
Yeah,
Then
just
we
one
might move
question.
on to the next.
See what happens when you are dropping a payload 200 kg. So there's a huge change in the weight, and control stability will have some impact. So how is that payload is getting dropped? It will come at the delivery point. We are going to use some winch mechanism, and it will drop. Then it has to release. So there will be a change in weight, all of it about 200 kg, correct?
Yes. What are you asking? I'm not.
No, I'm just wondering about the stability control, stability point of view, because of change of all of weight while aircraft is flying. 200 kg change will be there per aircraft when it is dropping the.
There will be an issue. You will. The drone will have to hold up delivery, and then it will have to, and or the solution to the innovator is just a requirement that.
Yeah, your voice is breaking. Okay.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible now.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Any other questions, or we can move on to statement then?
Yes, I have a question actually. So always the payload will be there is a point A and point B, and you take the payload from point A to point B. Again, you'll attach a payload at B and send it to A again.
Can be done. There will be certain situations, or there will be at times this will be done. The reverse logistics would be there, and the similar payload will be attached from point B, and it will be fetched onto point A.
Hello, sir. If it is in the disk and 200 kg, so most likely it is all drones together lifting the 200 kg. If it is not like that, then it, it may not be possible.
Yes, sir, we will provide you the necessary information update on this. How one is 200 kg for each drone. But the payload is 200 kg for each drone. The disk and other confusion that
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
Sir, as you mentioned that there is not right now you don't have a specific dimension for the payload. Okay, so can this drone have a certain carrying box, or you can say carrying container which can lift 200 kgs, and later on we can have the final dimension or the volume of the payload?
A compartment there which can carry on this payload, let's say a certain kind of certain cardboard cartons, clothes can be placed into that compartment, and for the link load, the dimension that we provide dimensions for the
Okay, sir. The question is just for because 200 kg is a lot of weight. If we design a certain container that can be deloaded and unloaded during the takeoff and the landing, then it will be easy. So that was all my question. Sir, we cannot hear you. Your voice is completely breaking.
Just a minute. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So this is what I was mentioning. The container should be there, and it should be able to carry 200 kgs of payload.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions on this? If there are no questions, ma'am, we can move on to the next topic.
We are moving on to the next one.
आज कर सकते हैं
It's
कल ठीक है चलो कोई नहीं फिर मैं किसी और से बनवा देती हूँ ठीक है
So the next problem statement is on the screen. The challenge is titled as ALS slash 2.5 ton vehicle mounted barrel handling swivel arm. I would like to request the nodal officer to kindly take over from here.
okay. The ALS and 2.5 ton vehicles are being used for transportation and logistics of the barrels, which are filled with various kind of fuels. The problem is that when these barrels are to be loaded and unloaded from their point of origin and destination, the handling of these barrels is very difficult. There are certain equipments currently in place, such as hydraulic barrel handling, stackers, which are used. So, but problem is that these stackers are not that mobile, and they cannot be carried with the vehicle itself to the point of destination. So what we are looking at is a vehicle attached swivel arm, which is mounted on the vehicle itself, and it is extended in a manner when such that when a barrel has to be loaded, it handles the barrel, it picks up the barrel, it puts the barrel into the vehicle, and once the loading of all the barrels has been done in the vehicle, it is again put back, the extension is folded again, and it settled down onto the body of the vehicle itself, and the power generated for this extension and retraction should be driven from the engine of the vehicle. And the same thing is again replicated at the point of destination where unloading has to be done. Then again, using power of the vehicle, the arm again extends. It takes out all the barrels from the vehicle body, from the cargo compartment. And once the entire unloading operation has been completed, it again retracts and it settles down onto the body of the vehicle. So this is the problem, and this is a solution that we are looking at. Any
Okay,
questions
now
on
I
this?
would like to request the startups if they have any questions, they can please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, please.
So, hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mr. Bola. Please go ahead.
Okay. So, it's a nice thing you are thinking of. So, just मुझे दो तीन चीजें बताइए. Are you looking at any particular
Sir,
barrel?
you're breaking, sir. It's echoing.
Are
It's
you looking
equal.
for any particular barrel?
It's a
Or it has
200
to be
kg
a
barrel.
generalized type of thing that it can put T72, T90, 105, 155, anything.
It is just that it is 200 kg barrel, that there's a standard 200 kg barrel.
But while designing, yes, while offering a solution, we will offer you, but the detailings will be given to us, like the dimensions and other things.
The
Is it?
dimensions and the drawing of the vehicle, it is available in the BIS standard BIS
No,
specifications.
vehicle
It is
is not
available.
an issue because we manufacture that. Okay, the load part is nothing an issue, but the barrel that needs to be placed and the stacking methodology, whether you want say 3 into 2, 6 into 8, or any small arms barrel or naval barrels or whatever barrels. So we will be requiring that barrel specs, at least the dimensions, because supports and other things are required, otherwise the barrel gets bent.
So, Mr. Bhola, this is what I was mentioning. The 200-liter standard barrel, we'll give you the specification number of it. The drawing is already available. It is in the open source, and you can take those drawings, and that will give you the required information on the barrel. The load capacity is
Okay,
200 liters.
fine. So hello.
Yes, please.
So I hope because once we come up with a solution, we will be requiring that in the final designing stage. And secondly, I want you say, yeah, do you want fully automated like a robotic type of system, or a four arms solution or something?
A robotic kind of system is what we are expecting at that. The driver, or let's say the co-driver, operates it with one button mechanism.
Great. So you want a complete thing, a mechanism, one thing, plus the management, the what are which stack, what barrel is loaded and other thing. Yes, it can be done. Uh,
So what,
uh,
in this,
so
adding on to your query, Mr. Bola, adding on to your query, so the assistance can be from the co-driver. For example, let's say the power is driven and the lifting part of it is driven by the vehicle's engine.
okay,
However, the guidance of it, for example, the robotic arm will be there, arm will be there. However, the maneuvering of it just requires the guidance. So that guidance can be the human generated. However, the lift part and the power of it has to be fully automated.
fine. Actually, you can have a fully automatic imaging system, fully automatic systems. We have those type of systems globally. We can think of manufacturing in India. It's not an issue. So you want a PTO shaft means drive. Okay, in this project, other than this mechanism, the basic vehicle and other things will be a part of, not the part of the project cost. The vehicle will be yours, or
The
it's the
vehicle will
only
be as it is.
mechanism
It
that
has
we
to
have
be.
to provide?
Yeah, it has to be on the existing fleet. It has to be on the existing fleet of ALS and 2.5 ton vehicles.
But the costing part I am talking of, the ALS costing we should include or not?
No, ALS costing has not to be included. The ALS, it is on the existing vehicles that we are
Okay.
holding. Army
These
is
are an
holding.
add-on type,
These are an add-on. The assembly will
Perfect.
be mounted onto the entire existing fleet.
Okay. And you don't want any ARAI approvals or something?
No, no, sir. As of now, I don't see such approvals coming in to be of requirement.
Because it should not be overhang and other things, height and other
Yes,
things.
overhang should not be there. It should not come as an overhang. The overall dimensions of the vehicles, they should not be affected with it.
Okay. The basic objective is to reduce manpower interventions while barrel loading and unloading. That's what the major
Absolutely,
objective.
absolutely. Mr. Bola, you must have seen that assembly of this spare wheel in the ALS.
Yes.
It is within the dimensions of the vehicles. So some kind of it's a similar assembly we are looking at, so that it does not alters the outside dimensions of the vehicle. There should be no overhang, and it should be driven with the engine's power.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Fine. So we can approach, but we will have an initial concept designing and other things and then come to you.
All right, all right.
Okay,
Thank
fine,
you.
fine.
Any other
No more
questions?
question from mine.
Sir, typically, how many barrels do you expect on the ALS vehicle?
The vehicle, the barrels can be, you may have to unload and load as many vehicle barrels. How, why is this question pertaining to the design of it?
I mean, typically, so if it is like a logistic kind of thing, so it can be attached on the roof of the, the backspace of the truck. So that time the barrels might be limitedly stacked.
No, roof, the attachment on roof is not a desirable solution, because the roof is detachable. Roof itself is detachable. At times we'll have to detach to remove the roof of it.
Okay, because to reach from the front and back of the, the behind of the vehicle, so there has to, the arm may not be long enough to reach, right? Or it has to be like a railing system at the bottom where, it will be stacked from back to front.
These aspects I leave on to the innovators, but the query regarding your attachment on roof, I just given you an idea that it may not solve our purpose, because eventually that, first of all, that component is is bound to disassemble, and it takes on to the useful volume of the cargo compartment.
Because when you're talking about swivel arm, the reach may be limited, right? So that's a question.
Yeah, it is limited. So the side bodies, they can be utilized, or you can explore that solution to it.
Okay.
So one repeat, just I want a reconfirmation. You said 200 kg barrel.
Yes, yes, sir.
No, because obviously the gun barrels are much, the tank barrels are much heavier.
No, I
So
think
it's
Army is using standard 200-liter barrels everywhere, whether it is
200?
yeah, 200-liter barrels.
Oh, 200-liter barrel. Which are you? You are talking of which barrels?
These are the fuel barrels.
Fuel barrels. Oh, that's a bigger. Okay, fine, fine. As a weapon designer, I was thinking it's a gun. Okay, sure, fine. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. No more questions.
All right. Any other questions on this?
Yes, sir. My name's Gagan. I have a question.
Yes, please.
Right. So we have not heard anything pertaining to the harnessing aspect of the barrels. So are we to understand this is strictly about loading and unloading of them, or is the harnessing involved as well?
No, it's just loading and unloading.
Understood, because it's given to understand that these are to be transported from point A to point B. So the harnessing of them would not be included in the project.
No, it is just transportation of it. So for that, the barrel has to be loaded, and at point B, it has to be unloaded.
Understood. Thank you.
Next query,
Is there any more
please.
questions? Shall we move on to the next?
No, just one question. Just one question. Because of the weight of this mechanism, the number of barrels which otherwise 2.5 ton vehicle can occupy can take will be reduced. So, what is the maximum number of barrels that you will compromise per trip? Are you getting this question?
Yes, I am getting this question. So, right now, as of now, till you've asked this question, through it, that what is the percent, would cut that we can afford, but you can come up to various options to it. That this is the weight of the assembly that is coming out, and whether this will be acceptable or not. Rough idea, I would say 10 to 15%, 10% of payload cut is the threshold. Beyond that is not desirable.
How much? 10%.
Yeah.
And you want to keep this barrel straight, upright, not rolled.
Yeah, it will be upright.
Okay, fine. Because these are the barrel orientation. You have said that the axis vertical. Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
What shall be the maximum extended length of the arm, the reach of the arm?
Ma'am, maximum extension is not a constraint from our side. It is just that it should be within the dimensions of the vehicle. It should not be an overhang, and it should be able to load the vehicle inside the cargo compartment.
The extended length I was talking about, not the retracting one.
I'm not able to understand.
So let me put it this way. The question I think this madam has raised. The point of pick is fixed for the barrels. The point of picking the place is fixed.
All right.
Yes, I meant that's it.
Point of pickup is fixed or not?
Yes, that's my question.
Yes, that can be fixed. For example, we designate a certain area where barrel will be placed, and the vehicle can be parked or arranged in a manner that it is at a certain distance from that point, and then the assembly can be extended and the loading can be performed.
Yeah. So basically, the point is, I mean, if it's loaded from ground, okay, or from another vehicle, so we require the, the maximum reach from where we need to pick up the barrel.
Okay, from the vehicle, we can place it as close as 2 to 3 feet.
Okay, got it. So it's not too, I mean, it's not too long. I mean,
No, it
just
need not
beside
be
the vehicle.
No,
I
it
think
need
that
not
answers your question.
even if it
Right.
is vehicle to vehicle transfer, the vehicle can be brought tail to tail, not more than a distance of 2 feet, let's say.
So is it that you are looking at a very flexible system, not a very rigid type? Because if you want to have a very flexible system, like a barrel to be picked from ground also, barrel to be picked from another vehicle also, and to be placed on ground also, placed on container also.
So that is why
Very
we have,
flexibility you're looking at,
Mr.
because
Bola, this is why we have mentioned the swivel arm. Swivel arm should be able to perform all of these.
okay, got it.
If it is able to pick up from the ground, then picking up from the vehicle is, I think, easier.
See, last time when I came here to Hyderabad, I used to.
Okay, got it.
Any other questions, please?
And this project is under Aditi?
Yeah, so
this project is under DISC.
I'm going to begin. So whatever I'm going to say, you're going to translate it in Telugu.